We are not done yet.
No, we're not done yet. Mozambique here, level 4.
One more swig.
I know, me too. One more tea.
Hi everyone, today we have an incredibly exciting special guest, Andrea Martina. You may know her, you may not, but the newest Apex Legends voice actor Axel is here with us today.
Woohoo! That's me.
I see you even got the Axel shirt on, some purple fingernails it looks like. So
That's right, which you're actually accidentally chipping, and it's perfect because axles are also chipped.
something really cool I noticed, pictures in the desert, like on the motorcycle and stuff. That was super cool. Did you guys have that planned before?
I was really excited, first of all, and I just wanted to have some material, like some content that I can put out when the character's released and when, you know, I'm announced as her voice. So I was just brainstorming. I was like, what if I did like a cool photo shoot? And then it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then I would be like writing it down after, okay, like she has these colors, you know, this is the style, this is her makeup. And then I would just like design everything myself. I would go out and find an outfit, and I hired, you know, a photographer, a makeup and hair person. And it was like, yeah, just completely from my imagination.
I don't know if it's just the Apex casting hitting it on the mark every time, or if Apex is just a game that is just draws these sort of people, but every actor without fail has been perfectly cast, which is like 10 for 10.
I think the writers have a feeling, they're like, oh, this character is like, this actor is totally Axel or Lifeline or Rampart or whatever. And but simultaneously, I know there's a lot they don't know. And in retrospect, like they found out with me, for example, Axel's father, you know, was a motorcycle racer. And then that's her backstory, right? And he died in a motorcycle race. And then my own dad was a motorcycle racer. He luckily didn't die, but he almost died so many times. Like my mom was like losing her mind. Like it was, I mean, and then one time I brought that up, I was like, wait a minute, do you guys know that actually my dad did the same thing? And I remember Ashley, one of the lead writers, she was like, what? She was like, that's crazy. She's like, I literally had no idea. And I feel like that's just one of so many examples where you're like, how is it possible? Like there's some magical force involved in like writing and casting, and it's just perfect with everyone. It's insane.
It is. I can't imagine any legend being anybody else. Like, and that is how well the art direction, the writers, the actors themselves, production, everything is just flawless.
I got so many messages from people from Germany. They're like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Like at first I was like, wait, is this a German accent? And then, you know, I'd say some German words and they're like, what? And it's so cute. And they've all, I mean, a few of them have asked me like, can you come to a convention in Germany? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's definitely the goal, you know, to actually connect with the people who can almost most identify with the character. And even for me as an actor, you know, I was born and raised in Switzerland mostly, and having moved here, like it's so hard to kind of compete with American actors. Just blend in, I'm gonna be like everyone else, I'm gonna try to be American and, you know, not stand out in that sense. And then I had a moment in my career where I was like, wait a minute, like I have skills that nobody else has. Like I can speak multiple languages, I can do almost every European accent there is, and to realize that and be like, that's a strength that other people here don't have. And then I started embracing that, and I think every almost big role I had, or even small role in a huge project, was mostly probably German or something European, like Dutch or French, or, you know, something in that realm. And it's because I feel like that's what I can do most authentically. Like that is who I am, versus, you know, trying to be like, yeah, I'll be a girl next door from Kentucky. It's like, no, it's not me. Like someone else has to play this, you know. So yeah,
that's crazy. that seems like you were mainly in like films and TV shows and things, and then you did a video game, and now you're in I mean, one of, if not the biggest live service video games ever of all time. So, I mean, how did that happen?
Right. I wonder too. I always say my dog got me into voice acting because I had one dog, and I drove home one day from meeting a friend for coffee. And I literally was telling her, like, I think I want to get a second dog for my first one because he always has separation anxiety and all this stuff. And she's like, yeah, just kind of go to shelter. And I'm literally driving home, and this dog runs in front of my car.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and I didn't even know what it was. I was like, is it a cat, a fox? Like, I don't know. And so, and another car like was braking and then kept driving. And I was like, now I'm like getting out, and I find her, and she was so sweet, and I just picked her up, and I was like, oh God, I just found a dog. And I was so excited. I was like, it just came to me immediately. And then this woman walks out of the house, and she's like, oh, thank God you found her. She just jumped out of the gate when I was leaving. And I was like kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, it's your dog. I kind of got excited.
Yeah.
And then she was telling me this whole story of like, well, she got her from the shelter, and she's been fostering her for 6 months, but she's been looking for a home for her. And I was just like, hello. And I was like, well, funny this happened. And long story short, I ended up adopting her. And then the woman, Eileen was her name, she was a voice actor. And she was like, talking to me about acting. And I was like, oh, I'm from Switzerland. I speak Swiss German, French, English, and I do all these accents. And she was like, oh, that's amazing. She's like, my voice agent keeps asking me if I do all these European things, and she's like, no, I can't. And she's like, I have to introduce you to my voice agent. And then I've been with that same voice agent ever since.
What? Well, that is crazy.
And so I always feel like my dog Bambi got me this agent, and then Call of Duty, and now Apex. It's just so funny how this all happens. You think about it, that's such a, what is it called, butterfly effect or something? Yeah. I'm like, what if I had taken a different street?
I was wondering where you're gonna go with that. Like, how does your dog get you in? No, but like, actually, for real, that's that is
yeah. You're like, I don't understand. Where's the voice acting
with Apex? Was that sort of something that you knew that you were going to be auditioning for when they presented it to you, or was it kind of hush hush, I don't really know what I'm doing, but they want me to read these scripts? Because I've heard it differently from some legends. Some come in and they have no idea what they're reading for. Some come in and they know what it is. So how did that go? How did you kind of hear about the audition, and what was it like?
This must have been over a year ago now. I think it was like April last year. My agent first just sent me an email, like without anything. And he was like, hey, just confirming again about being native and fluent in German and just some like statistics. And I remember I was on set and I was kind of busy, and I was kind of like thinking like, yeah, I do. Like, I just responded, yeah, confirming. I got the audition. And as you've probably heard from the other legends, like the first audition is always just, you do it at home, and you send it in. And I had no clue what it was. And then I just sent that in, and, all I knew was I had a little bit of a backstory about who she is. And there was like 2-3 pages of lines. And I knew, German accent. And the first references they gave me were Lisbeth Salander from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Okay. She's like a badass Swedish motorcycle chick. And then they also said Werner Herzog, who is like this German director who's very like, I don't know, he just always talks a bit like this. Like, it's very laid back and, don't really care. And so I think their first idea of her was more chill, like, I don't give a shit kind of vibe, in a way. And then I had my first callback, and that was also a whole crazy story. I was also on set, and so I like tried to find a moment where I could go in this trailer and like do the callback with them, and it was very exciting and very fun. And it was a team of like 6 of them or so, and then I did the first callback with Eric, one of the directors, Kraber. And then we did another Zoom. They switched the character to much more like the way she's now, like staccato, like just fierce and kind of like angry coach. You know, she's just like ba 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 ba, and not so like da 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 da. It's almost like the rhythm, the melody in her voice and the tone and how she speaks like completely changed. So that reference was this TV show Étoile. And there's a French ballet teacher in there. Her name is Cheyenne. And the actress is Lou Delage, I believe. No, I'm saying this right? A French actress, but she's just a hardcore, like super strict ballet teacher. And then so we kind of changed the whole vibe to that. And then, yeah, I basically got a call and it was like, oh, you booked this. And I like lost it. Remember, I was like, and I had still no idea what game it was. Just as a side note, after one audition and 2 callbacks and then booking it, still no clue what it is, because I'm so not in that world. Like I'm not, like I told you earlier, I'm Nintendo 64 gal. Like that's kind of, I love Yoshi and Super Mario, you know. It's hard sometimes still to like wrap my head around like how big this is and how many fans like all over the world, you know, there are, and it's just wild. But I love it. I feel so grateful that I get to be part of this family, and every legend I've already met was just the kindest and nicest person. Like you said, they're all so sweet. And
do you have a favorite voice line so far that you've recorded with Axel?
Oh man, there's so many, but I do love my German lines, like "Gebt Vollgas." Like that one is one of my favorites, which means go full throttle. It's so cool. Like to me, that's how I feel in life sometimes when I'm like, I need to get this done. Like I gotta go, like Vollgas. I really love some of the stuff she says in the trailer too, like the "No, we're not done yet." And yeah, like these lines I love, where it's just fire and like this kind of pushing, you know. I think when she talks about competition and I love it, and she just screams, it's so cool.
Were there any that you can think of when you were recording in the booth that stick out to you? You can ping everything in the game. Like if you ping a door, it's, you know, doors there, open, or doors there's closed, or everything is almost interactable. So there's like a voice line for everything, which is, I know must be insane to have to kind of go through this whole checklist and get through.
It was there were the pings, that's right. And then we had the calm pings and the urgent pings, they were called. And the team was always super kind with not doing too many urgents in a row. You know, they would be like, okay, we'll do 5 urgent. I felt like a child sometimes, because you don't want to wreck your voice when you have like a 4-hour session. But yes, there was all the pings, which I literally don't remember. It's like,
you know, that's not uncommon. Everybody that I've asked so far, like literally everybody, that's like the one thing where I'm like, what about the pings? They're like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, there are so many that I don't.
I have my huge folder next to me. This is like my like, actually it's funny, I had a picture of Ray.
Oh, it's got Ray.
In the
no
big
way.
There's a million things in here. Like I have my like backstories and everything, and tons of pages of scripts. It's like this folder, I don't think I'll ever in my life throw this away.
Yeah, no, that needs to go in the shelf behind you, like display of some lights. And that's so cool.
Yes, over the months, you know, I would always add more into it, and just all the like trailer scripts and things like that. But I would literally be like, okay, where were the things? Like I don't remember. Heavy ammo. I mean, the interactions with the other legends are pretty fun. Like I call with Mirage, I call him constantly talking men. Like,
do you have anything that you are working on that you can talk about, or anything that you maybe are excited about that's coming in the future?
I did just have a callback for a game that I obviously am not just allowed to say anything. I also kind of often work on my own stuff. I've been, you know, I write my own films, and I have produced and written a bunch of films that I acted in. So I'm kind of on off writing on stuff. There's this one feature I've been wanting to make. It's one of those projects where you're like, okay, is this gonna work out one day? And you know, you always hear the stories where somebody or that like finally at a festival screening it and they're like, yeah, this took 10 years. And it's so often, and you're like, wait, what? And then you make your own and you're like, oh yeah, that was about 10 years.
That kind of the last question, the most important question to ask, that everybody is going to be begging for. It's kind of a tradition around here to ask any legends that I interview, if you could please say Mozambique here in your iconic legend's voice.
Yes, and I actually have the perfect prop for it.
Yes, yes, I love it.
So, I know it's like a 3D printed Mozambique.
No way.
I can't believe I have it, but I do.
I have my favorite.
You have one too?
Well, not exactly.
Along with the Nestle?
Not exactly. My favorite character. I got a 3D printed Octane's like goggles and.
Hey, that's awesome. Where did you get that?
I got it on Etsy like years ago because I was going to MegaCon in Orlando and Anjali Bhamani was going to be there and we had never met, so I went in cosplay as my favorite character and I went up to the booth and she was like, well, I gotta go, you know, I gotta go to my thing. She was like, oh, you know, I'll get to you, and I took off my mask and she was like, Retro-Spect, oh my god, and she like hugged me and she took me backstage. She's like, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta go, let's go. So it was so fun to kind of surprise her.
Yeah, and we've used them a couple times for like when I did my release party, and it was like a prop for photos and stuff. And then I had it at the last convention I did, and people are always like, whoa, what is this? And a few people were like, this is Titanfall, like they would know it from then. So it was kind of cool. I love it. And I love when you walk around and people are like, oh, you play Apex, and you're like, well, not exactly.
I will not.
Yeah.
I'll not interrupt you. I will let you I'll let you have the floor.
All right. Wait, is it Mozambique here level 4? That's what
I usually, okay, so I ask them to say Mozambique here level 4 because level 4 is like a golden overpowered Mozambique, because the joke is a Mozambique. Yeah. The Mozambique is horrible.
Okay. Mozambique here level 4.
Yes, perfect. Ship it, cut, done. Excellent. Love it.
But you know, you would never win with this one because it was laying there.
Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to come on the show, talk about Apex. And it's just been an absolute joy to talk to you, get to know you, and learn your story about Axel. I mean, really, really cool stuff. So if there's anything else you'd like to say before we go, any links, Instagram, projects you want to shout out? Instagram
is Andrea Martina I, not to be confused with Andrea Martin AI. I know a lot of people think I'm like, I is actually my last name, Eisenschmied, which is very Swiss, very German. But no, I think I just like to say in Axel related ways, to, you know, whatever your dreams are, whatever you want to do in life, to keep going, don't give up, and keep moving forward and pushing and make all your dreams come true.
I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. I can't wait to see it where you're cutting together. I'm curious which moments. I'm like, I have no idea. I don't even remember what I said. I remember I talked about my dog at one point, but
we'll find out.